Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Geek Out with me today. I am super excited for multiple reasons. One, I'm in a new temporary studio again for the next kind of 8 weeks, and hopefully the visual's okay and the audio is okay too. It's a bit echoey in this room. I still need to put up some picture frames. And I'm excited for our project today. Super excited. We have got lots of open source green squares for you. So those of you who are on time or early, we'll get you those green squares soon. And I need help with project names, project ideas, because this really started off as just me trying to learn some tech. And then actually I thought, you know what, maybe it could be built into a project. And I want to see if we can do it in the next 3 to 4 weeks, actually like kind of have it production ready, let's say. But again, this is where your ideas and your help will come in. So who do we have in the chat? We have, I think first was Shivansh. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Awesome. Welcome. And I'm going to pronounce this name very wrong. You have the dots above the O, the 2 dots, and I don't know what that means. So you're going to have to actually help me. So I really apologize. I am going to bring it up on the screen so you all can see it, but I can't pronounce his name. So you'll have to help me pronounce this. Is this live? I hope so. I hope it's live. Hey VJ, how you doing? And Esther's here as well. Hey Saga, how's it going? And Krish is here, and Krish will be happy to know that we're using Prisma in this project. So let me give you a quick demo of what I've done so far. It hasn't been a lot. It's probably been like 4 hours. I just started like playing with different parts and different, with the technologies that I wanted to use, and it slowly started coming into something very rough. So let me show you what I've got so far, and then we'll go to the repo. We need to transfer it to Eddie Hub. We need to give it a name. So the very rough idea of the project was to give a way for content creators to make money. And let me explain why. The reason is I make content for clients. And a lot of the time they say, we really want to get in touch with more people in this niche, in open source, in web, whatever it is. And a lot of the time they want micro influencers. They don't want people with 100, 200,000 followers. They want people with kind of, 10,000, 5,000. So it will cost them less, and they can just kind of get a bit more of, I guess, different communities. And, we send over names and so forth. But it'd be a great way if there was a list. People could list their platforms that they use, because not everyone uses all platforms. And could also then list their pricing, and then the companies could contact them. And then later on, potentially the idea could be companies could post content creation kind of, I suppose, like mini projects that they have, and with budget, and then people could say, yeah, I can do that. Here's my profile, and have a look. So that's my very rough idea. This is where I'd love your help with it. Let me see in the chat what you're all saying in the chat about the idea. Here we go. I can pronounce the name. Hope I can get this right. I'm going to say it's so wrong. Bijon, is that right? OE is pronounced like the I in bird. Yeah, I think I need to hear this, because I'm terrible at trying to figure stuff out. We're in Portugal at the moment. I'm trying to learn Portuguese, and Sarah's like, well, these 2 letters together, they pronounce, and I'm terrible, so I'm so sorry. I will Google it afterwards, or maybe you can send me a voice note or something with how it is. Hey, Carl, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Glad you're using NextJS as well at the moment, so that's cool. Prismatic. Hey, Suman. Okay, cool. So we said lots of highs. Like, given a rough idea of the project, let me give you a quick demo. And like I said, this is really rough. It's probably like, I don't know, 2 to 4 hours of work on this. And I'm thinking I've got another new project I need to start in about 4 weeks for a client. It's going to be open source. You're all going to come on the journey with me. But I thought we could see if I could maybe even document this journey, try and build this mini project or even micro project in 4 weeks. So let's see how it goes. But let me show you what I got so far. So not everything really works. Like searches just came from the template. So from Tailwind template, so it's not actually there. But you can log in and log out with LinkedIn. So that works. It's using NextAuth. And then on the home page, you get a list of users. Ignore this online. It's just, again, part of the template. I need your help to decide how we, what we display there and so forth. So as a public person viewing this, you could click on the person and it will go to their profile page. Again, this is just hard coded. And today, hopefully we can get a chance to list their platforms and pricing. And you can manage that. So when you're logged in, you can go to your profile and you can set yourself up a unique username. So on the homepage, when you click on it, the URL changes to /Eddie Jowd, so people could set that to whatever they want. It's not to do with your LinkedIn user. So I originally had it that way, and I wanted to separate it. You put your website and your bio. So I think on the profile page, we need to display that as well. And then you've got your links. And on the right-hand side, again, I need your help, what platforms we should include. And this is where I really need your help, as in what the categories should be. And then people can create new platforms or update existing ones. So if I clicked on, say, YouTube, it pre-fills it. And I could say, put the pricing at like 325 and hit save. And then now it says 325. There's no ordering on this. It's a bit random. So we've got that. So again, very, very rough. But it was me learning relationships in Prisma and Postgres and NextJS server-side components and server-side actions, and that was just all great. But I think it's kind of come into something. Maybe we could build it into something. So that's my idea for a micro project. Let me know in chat what you think, and while you're there, give the video a thumbs up. Really helps support. So let me catch up on. No, don't apologize about your name. It's my fault because I can't read and I can't pronounce things. My English is the only language I speak, and Sarah corrects my English all the time, pronunciation and written as well. So it's me, it's not you. But I appreciate the voice note. That will really help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you think it looks interesting. That's great. So this, very small project, but this way I can send my clients a link to the site and say, well, I think we need some tags actually on the profile, just thinking about it and talking through it with you now. Maybe another, ignore this is just part of the template down here. So I've only implemented this section here. But maybe we did a tag section so the clients, when they go to search or homepage or whatever it is, they could filter by which users they want to see, like, Kubernetes or web or and so forth. So yeah, lots of work to be done. 4 years and so on. Yeah, I pronounced Sarah's name wrong. It's actually Sarah, but after like 24 years, she stopped correcting me. Hey Actu, how you doing? Sounds like we're making a NextJS level prismatic Postgres money printing totally legal app. You're very creative, so we need your creative help today. So, who needs the green squares? We can start with that because they could start doing that while we're. But we need to move the project first, actually. So otherwise, you won't be able to contribute, Eddie. Okay, so the first thing is transfer project to EddieHub.org with a new name. So I think I can do that because at the moment it's just private on my account because it was just me playing with it. I wasn't planning on releasing it. And next week I'll probably do a live stream with Prisma where we'll deploy this so it's actually available for people to start filling in their information and so forth. Yes, we need to transfer to EddieHub and we need a name. And I've made a few other issues and I want some of you to create issues as well. We need issue templates, what's a bug, what's an idea. We've got a lot of rough edges on this project. This is where I need your help. So CRUD socials, I have done create and update. I haven't done delete yet. So I can do that maybe on this live stream with you as well. So we have a lot of things to do. Hey Rajneesh, how you doing? Let's go, exactly. So what could we call the project? I mean, content creators is too vague, I think. So if I was to transfer, I haven't done transfer in ages. Let's turn, here we go. Transfer ownership. But what can the name be? Select one of my organizations. We go to EddieHub. Specify an organization or username. Repository name. Okay, so what can we call this? Let's have a look. If EddieHub is using GitHub free and accepts a transfer, they will lose. Wiki, that's fine. Conos, that's fine. That's fine. Draft PRs is fine. Fine. No problem. Okay, so what are we going to call it? Content creators. I want it to be descriptive. I don't want it like I have a random name, but content creators is just because it'd be contentcreators.eddiehub.org. So I don't know. What do you all think? Naming is so hard, like so hard. I hate naming. I mean, we could do this later, but then the project won't be public. I don't want to, once I make it public on EddieHub, I want it to kind of almost be hopefully be the final name and not have to change it. I still have people asking me about Linkfree instead of EddieHub, so I don't want to change it later if possible. CC me, content creators me. Okay, I like it. CC for me. Okay, there's some good ideas. CC content creators for me. Or just, yeah. Naming is so hard, like so hard. And we can write it, see how it looks. So it would be CC for me. We can name it Cornea. What's Cornea? Content creators get paid. CCGP. That's too close to ChatGPT. Okay, craft creator. Yes, but what do we want to have in the title? I mean, I don't want the whole live stream to be about naming. I want you all to get green squares and start contributing and start improving the project. But it needs to be public for that. I mean, I could make it public under my profile and then move it later with the correct name. But I think just the name, I probably should have had this conversation with you all in Discord before the live stream. So that's my bad. Next project, we'll do that, I think, before the live stream maybe. Yes, so content, or just creators. I know we're going to focus on tech creators, but could we have creators, directory, creators hub, to EddieHub, creators hub, creators hub. I know we do camel case in EddieHub's organization, so it would be something like creators hub. What about that? Creators sphere, yeah, okay. It's kind of, similar, like I suppose a hub. Is a layer which, okay, yeah. I was leaning towards that idea, not idea, but what you meant, but it didn't quite solidify for me yet. Just a usual name from sounds awful, similar to content creators. Okay. About Creators Hub. That sounds pretty cool, right? Are you sure we did camel case of Biodrop? Because it was Biodrop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Biodrop was GitHub, EddieHub, Biodrop. So yeah, Creators Hub. Should we just go for that? Any objections if I just do Creators Hub for now? Again, I want us building something, not just thinking about names. Creators Earn. Oh, okay. I like that. Creators Earn. Yeah. What's another word for earn? Earn just sounds. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea you have. I don't like the word earn so much. Creators paid. I don't like that either. What else have we got? Oh, kebab case. Yeah. Okay. So camel case, kebab case. I always get confused. But yes. So no hyphens is what I meant. So yeah, it would be capital C, capital, in this case, P, but whatever we call it. Creators, because you've got EddieHub. I don't want Creators Hub. That sounds a bit more. Creators for hire. Creators for hire. Creators. I don't like the word hire either. Creators for hire. I think we're getting warm. This is good. We're getting close. But it's just change the word hire to something else. Change the word earn to something else. Influencer money. Monetize muse. Creators money. No, I don't think that works either. I don't want money in it. That just sounds not so great either. Creators. Who's using ChatGPT for this? Could it be just creators? As that's too unique. Too not unique, let's say. We want something a bit unique. Creators pay. Let's just call it Darth Vader. Sounds cool. Creators. I don't want to use hub. I do like the idea of some sort of directory hub thing. I do like the idea of earn, but not the word earn. Same with hub. And the other one was hire. I like the idea, but don't like the word hire. Find creators, because that implies directory. Find creators. What about that? Influencer hub. I don't know, because influencers, I hate the word. I was just going to say influencers hate the word influencers. So creators, is that better? What's, I suppose, influencer hub? Create, collect. Only create. No, not the word only. Come on. That's just, that's a bit too close to some other platforms, I suppose. Create a registry. Registry is an interesting one. I like that because like a directory. Let me see how that reads. Creators register. How do you spell it? Registry. Creators registry. I like that. What do you all think? Hire gig. Gig's too much like music, and I think it won't be. And not too keen on the word hire. Creators registry. I'm liking this one. I think it's the best one so far. What do you all think? Because like pay creators wouldn't work, and creators registry. I don't know. Gigs hub. I'm not too keen on the word gigs. Let's go, Vijay. Let's go. Yes. Content bank. Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. Bank is too much like a bank, like as in. So I think it's a good idea, but I don't think it works because of what the other meanings. Let's go for it, Eddie. DNS registry, creators registry. Yeah, maybe. Should we do it? Creators registry. Let's try it. Let's go for it. We might have to rename it later. Okay, so type in Eddie Jowd content creators to confirm. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Use password. My password is 123. Team access. Okay, we'll create a new team. So I'm not going to worry about that now. Do not give any teams access. Yeah, tick it off. We'll create a new team for that later. It's okay, that's mine. It's moving. Might take a few minutes. Okay, so therefore, if we go to Eddie Hub, let's have a look. Do we have it? Do we have it? Creators registry. Here we go. Okay, so we have the repo and the issues have come over. I guess it should have disappeared from mine. Yes, it has. Okay, perfect. So before I forget, let me just update my remote as well. So let me just change that. So I can go git remote v, and I want to change that, and I forget the commands. Git remote, is it remove? I can't remember. Delete, remove. There is an update one. I always forget what it is though. Did that work? Let me see. Oh, that worked. Brilliant. Then I can do git remote add origin. And then paste it. And if I do that, there we go. Okay, we're in business. We're in business. Let's have a look. Only creators. That's just too close. I just can't do that one. I get where you're going with it. Okay, so this is done. I've pushed everything up to 2 hours ago. So I haven't done anything since, but what I mean is I've pushed everything. So we won't deploy it at the moment. But what I need your help with, I think, first is going to be so we've got the name sorted, so add and transfer, so actually we can close that issue. So let's close that. I think the next thing that I could really do with your help, and hopefully you can get some green squares out of this, we need to see the database, so there's some dummy data, we'll do that shortly. But the other thing is where is it? Did I not create an issue for it? Someone can create an issue for it because I haven't done it yet. But what we need, did not mean to do that. What we need is in the config file, we've got platforms. So I think we need some other platforms in here as well. And the other thing we need is reach. This is where we need names for different categories. I thought it's not such a good idea for people to put in specific numbers. Like on Instagram, I have whatever 4,222. Because then they can't update it. Later on, we can maybe get from the API and get that information. But I think if they could, for the moment, keep it simple, just fall into groups, therefore they're not changing it so much. So what groups would we need, I think would be quite interesting. So I'd be curious to know what groups people... It's still private. Oh, really? Oh, it is. Good spot. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. That shouldn't be private. How do you make it public? Visibility. It's the first time I think I've done a private project, so I'm just like a bit surprised by it. I want to make it public. Yes, go public. Yes, do it. Let's go for it. There's loads of passwords in there. Let's go for it. Okay. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully that's private now. Let me share a link in the chat. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. There's the repo. Now we need to register the name creator on creator registry, I guess. I'm not buying any domains for this just yet or anything like that. We'll use it on the subdomain for now. And we'll see. So yeah, so what other, I think in terms of, maybe you can help me with the names, but I think in terms of size, less than 1K, then the next one probably should be 1K to 10K. And then the one afterwards, what do you all think? Should be then 10K. Again, we'll change the names, but 10K to 30K. I don't know. And then I don't want too many, obviously, as well. 30 to 50, and then 50 to 100. I don't know. What do you think? 50K to 100K. And then we've got this one. Let's just leave that there. Ignore the name Pro. It was just, I didn't know what else to put. And then maybe 100 to 500. And then we could do, I don't know, 1 million plus. We capital M, I think. 1 million plus. What do you all think? It goes on my list of events where Eddie pushed to main. Yes, I have pushed to main. Well, it wasn't meant to actually come into any sort of project, but like I said, as I got a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, I really want to focus on this project before starting some client work. So I got a bit of time to do work on it. So let's see what we can do. So yeah, I don't know if you wanted to do like Nano, then what would these ones be? So would Pro be the biggest, like 1 million? Maybe not Pro. I don't know. Like I said, naming is so hard. What do you all think? And I really need help with this. I would like 1 to 100. Less than 1K, right? You fit into that category. I'm just thinking of like companies that want to find someone. They might want like a nano influencer who has less than 1K. They might want someone who has, I think this is going to be the most popular, 1K to 10K. What would this be? Nano, then micro, I think, maybe? Is that micro? Will people get offended? Oh, I'm less than 10K on micro. I don't know. So this is so hard. Pro also means good quality. Yeah, I don't want it to be associated to quality, more just size for when the people want to filter by the influencers. I mean, we could use the whole. No, but then you've got million is, what's it in like, storage? It's like mega, but I don't want mega. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is so hard. Like really, really hard. This is supposed to be the easy part. maybe the platform is the easy part. I'll let someone send a pull request in for adding some more platforms. Let me know in the chat when anything has been submitted, any issues, any pull requests, and we can review those here. Oh, XS and to XL. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I missed a comment. It should also be like nano, micro, etc. Micro inflow is actually a thing. Just search for. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think micro is a good one. XS and so extra small and to extra large. Yeah, I suppose that could work. Doing a scale in ChatGPT and asking for names and tiers. I don't use ChatGPT. I don't even know what the URL is. Is it open something? Open? I don't even know what it is. Is it OpenAI? I don't know. Chat? Oh, chatopenai.com. Login? I never use this. Okay. Take my money. Oh, come on. Try it now. What does that mean? Is that good? Bad? I don't know. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, wait, we haven't got anything between. So maybe 100 to 500. I'm just reading Chris's message. And then maybe 500 and above. Rather than 1 million, maybe. Something like that. I don't Okay, so throw your scale into ChatGPT. Okay, so throw this into ChatGPT. Right, is that how it works? Let me think. What names can I give these tiers? Like that? Is that how it works? It's to come up with the exact same names. Oh no, elite. Okay, pro, medium, small, mini, micro. Oh yeah, small's a good one. And mini, small, medium. I'm not sure about pro. Elite. Don't like that either. Can you rename pro and elite? Is that how it works? Advanced, master. Oh, those are even worse. Come on, ChatGPT, have some inclusive language. Please rename advanced and master to more inclusive language. Okay, third time lucky. What do you think? Medium, large, giant. This is why I don't use ChatGPT. Okay, it came out with some good ideas, I suppose. What do we think? Maybe that could just work for now. We've got a week to figure it out before we launch it. Obviously, when we launch it, we can't really change these too much. But maybe for now, how does that look? So when we see it on, if I go back to the links and go to the drop down, it will look like that. Nano, micro, mini, small. But 30 to 50,000 is not small, but I don't know. Maybe I remove nano, bump them all. I don't know, bump them all up one. So small ends up being 10 to 30. Medium's 30 to 50, I don't know. Community tier, niche tier, micro influencer, community leader. Oh, that's actually really interesting, Krish. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that. I quite like that. What do you all think? So I think we could maybe keep what we save in the databases like nano and stuff, but maybe the visual name, and then we can just keep changing that whenever we want to, because it's just a visual representation rather than what is saved and associated. So that is really good. Industry celebrity, massive influencer. That's quite interesting. Can I copy that and put it in ChatGPT? No, I can't. Okay. Well done, StreamYard. But I think that's quite an interesting one. I think that is very interesting. Please rename the names to use something like, I don't know if this will work, community tier. Is this going to work? Niche. Maybe I just put community, niche, all the way to community leader. No, to maybe just leader for now, I don't know. And influencer. Let's see what it says. Community niche growing. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Established. Okay, I'm liking this. This is great work, everyone. Established, popular, leader, influencer. I think that is jackpot. What do you think? I think that we have our winner. Okay, it's obviously probably not perfect, but I quite like it. What do you think? What do you think? Honestly, I think that is good though. Yes, Krish wins at naming things, I think, definitely. I think that looks good. Community or starter, maybe not community for that one. Starter, niche, growing, established, popular. We can change those later. Leader, influencer. But I really like that. What language? English, I hope. My English is terrible, so I could be wrong. But I think that looks good. And then what we'll save is micro, mini, small, medium, large, and giant. But no one has to see that, I suppose. Let's look at the code. Okay, so that's jackpot, that is. I think that's great. Let me change one of these. So let me just put, I don't know, YouTube. It doesn't really matter what the number is. Save. Yeah, okay, so that will say small. So we'll want to pull out the name. Again, there's something else we can do, but that's good. Okay, so do we have an issue for that? I don't know if we did. If we did, we can close that. We didn't. Can someone create an issue for that? And then you get a green square and we can just close it. So, yeah, we're using Next, Tailwind, and Prisma, and Postgres. So for those who have just joined, I'll give a quick recap on the project. I'm hoping to turn this into a SaaS that somehow makes money. I need your help for that. I don't know how we do that, but I don't want to charge the content creators. I want to charge the companies. So we just have to think about that. But I've got like 3 to 4 weeks to work on this. So we're going to try and integrate with Lemon Squeezy. It's just a bit of a learning curve for me as well. And again, it doesn't have to make loads of money. I just want to kind of prove that in 4 weeks, a small project can be built. I might document it on YouTube as well. We'll like as a YouTube video, like, I don't know, a 10-minute video on the whole month on how it went or something like that. Just like little clips throughout the month. But the idea is, if I go to the project, the idea is that as a content creator myself, clients ask me that they want to work with people who have smaller accounts, but in a similar niche or slightly different niche and so forth. And we give some names, but it's hard to come up on the spot. And I don't know if they're happy to be contacted, or it takes a lot of time and effort. And I don't think I'm matching up people well. I think, oh, that person's doing it for fun, or how do I know if they want to make money from their content? But they might do. And this is a great way, I think, I can send this link to a client. It will list the people. This is not the right information to display. So just let's assume it displays the relevant information for now. We'll work on this together. They click on it and it would show their profile and it would show their links, which we can do next actually. But the links would be like this. Again, the information needs a bit more, like online doesn't make any sense. So that's just part of the template. But it would be like, okay, so Twitter, Eddie's got, we just said pro. I've got to redo that, but pro I think was going to be, doesn't matter what pro is. Oh, we've removed pro now anyway. But okay, I've got a leader account, let's say. And then on LinkedIn, I've got, a growing account and stuff like that, and I charge $45 or $500, and they can go, oh, great, really like that. Let me contact Eddie and see if he can create content on that. And there should be some on my profile. There should be some tags. And then on the search, which doesn't exist yet, people can filter by niches and platforms and sizes of accounts and stuff like that. So that's the idea, because I want content creators to make a bit of money on the side from their content. So that's the idea. So hopefully we help the community by doing this. That's the idea in a nutshell. Okay. Hopefully that explains it to anyone who joined. So did anyone create that issue? Shall I? No? Okay, I can create it. Here we go. Oh, we have got some templates. I didn't create those. Did someone create those? I'm not sure. Bug documentation. That was a kind of a bug, I think. It was rename reach categories. Currently, just some examples. Assign it to myself. Well, we all did it, but submit you. Here we go. And I'm going to close that because it's done. But I like to keep track of these things. So I think what we need to do is actually just do some coding. So we've got the reach. Let's close platform for now. We need some platforms as well. So if anyone wants to add some platforms, go ahead. But on this page, your links, pro doesn't exist. So let me just change that to on Twitter. Let me just change it to that. Hit save. Right. And let's get these displaying. So these are actually correct. So what we can do is, this is on the links page. So let me go back to the links page. And then this is the links page. And what we can do in where it says small, which is this one, reach, we actually want to import the reach. I don't think we have it imported already, do we? No. Is forms not needed? Guess not. So remove that so we don't forget. So we want to import reach. Hopefully import it from config. And we want data, I think. And then we want to get the platform. I think that should work. Let's have a look. Save. Did it work? Form is not defined. Oh, so form was being used. Oh, interesting. Don't know why it said it wasn't. There we go. Okay. Object. Ooh, how does data come back in reach? Let me see. Data, I want to pull that. Oh, yeah, then I need, is group the right word? No, I want name. Sorry, it is the right word. Ignore me. So where were we here? Reach dot name. I think that should work. Undefined. Why is that the case? Reach dot data, because we return data, and then it was nano or something in micro, so it should be these, and then it will be name. Yeah, it works. Reach data. Oh, I did it on the wrong thing. Wrong way around. Should be after the bracket. But you've all said that in the chat already, probably. There we go. So you've got starter, established, and leader. So, and we might want to switch those around between the links as well. Let's see. Yeah, someone can add to the chat their thoughts and ideas. That would be helpful. And I need to update the README as well for the project, because at the moment the README is just a default one. So I will update that. So if someone can add some to the chat, that would be awesome. Or have I just explained it horribly wrong? I want to switch those around. So I'm actually going to move this, I think, to here. And then I'm going to put, why is the URL at the top? I'm not sure. Oh, did not mean to do that. So we could switch those around. This online thing, I don't know if the money goes on that online side, and do we want this green, like orangey red thing? If not, maybe not. And then on the home page, we should start displaying some of those links, and especially on this page as well. But I have created some issues. Oh, we got new issue. Add Zod for validating server input action. I think we got that already, have I not? Validate, and then I did do that. So I'm using Zod, it's very cool. Server action should be treated as a regular endpoint, which means to check for auth. I think I did. I want to move it to a middleware though as well. So I do check for auth here on the server action. But I don't like to kind of scatter this everywhere. I should check that they're the owner as well, maybe, on that server action. Maybe just checking as a session is not enough, because we do use the session ID, so it will just update their own, so maybe that's okay. On this one we don't though, so we should actually probably do that. I think we can probably do, could we not do user ID, and therefore we could only update theirs? That's a good point. We'll see if that works now, which means you need to check for auth validation input. Yeah, have a look, Carla. I probably have missed something. Let me know. I just want to see if the update works before we move on to this page. So if I go to Twitter and say 500, say 550, does the update? It does update. Okay, so I didn't break it, so that's good. Yeah, have a look and let me know if I've missed anything. Let me check the chat. Yeah, go ahead, Carl. You can pick one. Go ahead. And which one are you picking? Let me know. I mean, you can improve the Zod stuff if I've done it. If there's a better way to do it, feel free to go ahead. Let me know in the chat, and then I'm going to go back to this. And I think, I'll ask that question later. I think we should try and get their platforms listed here, maybe. So, I mean, we've got this type of list. Let me open a new tab. I don't know if this type of list is useful to list underneath here, or if we want something else. We probably wouldn't want to click on this, maybe, or maybe it could go through to their socials. I don't know. We could just copy that for now and then tweak it accordingly. Let me try and see what you think. Oh, no worries. Well, yeah, have a look, and we can always close it if this is implemented already. Closing. Okay. Yeah. If it's good to check, because like you said, you're not familiar with the code. I've just literally put it out there in public now. So thank you for checking. I appreciate it. But feel free to pick up anything else, or the smaller the better. Like, it doesn't have to be anything massive. The smaller the better. Anyone feel free to raise some ideas. So what I might do is head back to this page, and let's just put the list on that page, see how the data looks, and then we can tweak it. So it'll be this one. So what we're going to do here is, I think, if we go to the links page, these items, we could just probably steal that, I think. Let's have a look. And then probably put it underneath where I've written AAA everywhere. Where did I write AAA? There we go. So I think we could probably put this here. And platforms won't exist. It will be include platforms, user.platforms, I think it will be. User.platform, I think. If I hit save, it does not work. Reach is not found. Oh, I need to include reach. Config, there we go, save. There we go, see that was pretty good. That's why, you know, components and stuff are really useful. So got all that. Okay, we don't want the clickable link we probably do want, but it's not going to go to the edit at the moment. I don't know if you can see at the bottom of my screen, it's going to the edit, which obviously they can't use, but we could navigate away. So the URL won't be question mark. The URL would be the full URL actually, wouldn't it? So it would be platform.url, and if I hit save, let's have a look. So if I click on this, it goes to LinkedIn. So it works. And I click on this, it goes to YouTube. I'm opening a new tab so I don't lose the page. Okay, so, and then same with Twitter. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Can we commit that already? What do you think? It deserves a commit. What have I missed in the chat? Let me see. The logo of the project is not in the README. Is it not? Good spot. So it's great for people to review stuff. Should be. I think it's in as an SVG. Let me see, actually. Public logo. Yeah, it is there. I think that's the one we're using. Let me check. Logo. Okay, that's on the, let me change that. Here we go, logo. Yeah, logo.svg. Actually, probably need to copy that up to the mobile one. Logo. This is probably in the mobile one. It's using this, so we need to change that to here. Image, HW auto, width and height. I don't know what the size of it should be. I'll have to check that. Let's just put 80 for now. And ditch that. I think that should work. So if we go to mobile view, yeah, I think it works okay. Okay, good spot. We found another fix. So let's just do a couple of commits and not massive commits. So let's just do that one first, I think. Let's see. Provided a recording of my name. Looking for that. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. The app's crashing. How do we generate these? Yeah, I need to put some documentation into that. Thank you so much for cloning it and trying it. I really appreciate it. Let me just commit this, then I'll answer that question. Give me 2 seconds so I can just commit these. So I should have staged that. So if we do git commit fix mobile logo. Oh, did I type my password in wrong? Okay, and then next up, what else can we do? The reach, we added more reaches, which I think is great. So we can commit that. I appreciate that. So we've just staged that. So we can say fix reach config. And then what else did we do? Oh, we did this extra security, which is a good point. So thank you for that. So on this one, we did fix. Probably should check the profile one out as well. Make sure I didn't do anything wrong with that one. Let's see. Update links, not update platform, has user ID. There we go. And then this one is just for this list. Okay, so that looks good. I think we can commit that. It's not perfect, but we could do it for now. So git commit, which is the list you see on the right hand side. Because a feature profile shows platform lists platforms. There we go. And then this one, what did we do on this one? Oh yeah, we did it, made it look a lot better with the reach. So we can take that as a fix. Platform list to show reach category, reach name, not category. Okay, cool. So that's done. Let me just push that up, and I'll answer the question in the chat next. Okay. Oh, did not mean to hide that. I meant to do that. Okay, so the question was, what are these? So actually we need some documentation for that. So for the database URL, that will be for your Postgres URL. For your NextAuth URL, let me just check what that is. I need to actually document it. We can do it now. I'm taking it off the screen because I want to open my private ones. And LinkedIn, yes, actually I could put, let me copy that in. Actually, I could copy all of that and that. It's just the last two I can't. Okay. So this is what you need for these. So the first one is Postgres, username and password, and then the database name. NextAuth, in this case, is localhost. Then your NextAuth secret can be anything in this case. And then these two are private to you. So you need to go to LinkedIn, and you need to go to the developer portal, and you need to create an app, and basically it gives you the ID and secret. So let me commit that up. I'm actually on that note. Let me add it to the README because that's a great point. I think we did ditch all the whole README we got at the moment. So I even forgotten what we called the project. What did we call the project? Creators Registry. I can do a description later. Just for now, we will say technologies. And we can say NextJS. We'll say app router. And then we have Prisma. And we have Postgres. And we've got requirements. You need, we should say, you notice I used LinkedIn OAuth, not GitHub OAuth, first time. LinkedIn OAuth. So requirements are these two, I think. Oh, and Node as well. Node.js. LinkedIn OAuth. And then we'll do getting started. So I think step one would be copy env example to env and fill out parameters. Then 2 would be npm in CI, and then 3 would be npm run dev. For now, okay, got a lot more work to do on this, but let's see. No problem at all. Beginners are so important and so helpful because you spotted something that I hadn't documented and you helped me improve the example. So don't apologize. I should be the one that's sorry because I didn't do this already. So yes, thank you. I appreciate you pointing those out, and look, we're improving it already. And when you go through it, you're probably going to be able to improve this further as well. So thank you so much for testing it. And the LinkedIn one, I don't know where it is. Developer linked. I have to get a link for that. LinkedIn developer, LinkedIn OAuth. I can't remember what to search for. Developer solution. This is not what I went to. My apps. Oh yeah, here we go. Yes, here we go. So, LinkedIn developers app. So that's probably too far. I'll go to this one. Okay, so this is great. This is really good. So LinkedIn OAuth. Copy that, fill out the parameters, and I'll put like an indentation here, and kind of say for LinkedIn parameters, create developer app here. And again, I probably need to put some screenshots on some other information of what you need. Maybe let me just take this off screen for a moment and see if I can take a screenshot myself. This might actually help. I saw the chat just move. I'll have a look in 1 second. I just want to see if I can take a screenshot for that on my apps and then mask out any private information. Let's have a look. Settings, auth, client ID, okay. Maybe I can try and get a screenshot of that. Okay, yes, I've got it. Here we go. Okay, I got a screenshot. I did it off screen, so it has some private information on it. I'll just mask it up. Actually, if music stories, if you wouldn't mind creating an issue in the repo and saying, how do we get, I don't know, the environment variables, and then I can drop this image in, I can commit and push it, and you'll get a green square for raising the issue. So if you're happy to do that, let me know in the chat and I'll give you a few minutes to do that. It wasn't clear, so no reason for anyone to be mean about it. Yeah, if I was in your shoes, even with the years experience, I hate that word, so I'm doing air quotes, but I would still have asked the same thing as well. So asking questions is so important. Would you allow authentication on GitHub as well? I chose LinkedIn in particular because it is for techies, but not everyone has a GitHub account, I guess. I didn't want to make that assumption, so I did it on LinkedIn to be a bit different. I think everyone has a LinkedIn account, so that's why. I didn't want to do multiples. I wanted to focus on one. Yeah, that's why I chose it. I could have chosen GitHub. I think it would have been fine. Yes, there is a reason. I love TypeScript. I love Java, so TypeScript for me is great. But I just find you get more contributors and less kind of back and forth with TypeScript when people try and contribute. Maybe we converted to TypeScript. I haven't done NextJS in TypeScript before, so I don't know if it's a pain or if it's great or not. So I love TypeScript, I really do, but you get less contributors. So I don't know, it's a tough one. Maybe it's something we can discuss on a Discord community call before the project gets too far or something like that. So I think it scares a lot of people off. I think in terms of it giving them feedback sooner, I think it makes it a bit easier, but then also scares them off because they're like, oh, that's just red, always red, and they just can't get past this whole, underline squiggles in VS Code or whatever IDE they're using. Graham, awesome to have you here. Graham's always got loads of good ideas, so I look forward to this. We'll fill Graham in a second, actually. He'll have some great ideas, I'm sure. Okay, so let me just commit this. Is there an issue that's been created? Let me see. No. Okay, so I'm going to create an issue then. If no one wants the green square, I will just say it's a bug. So thank you so much, Music, for pointing that out. Documentation on environment variables. Currently, the README only has the template info. Okay. Right. So 20, and I'm going to drop an image in here, which I took a screenshot of. Let me just mask out my private information, but hopefully that should help with people trying to set up the project locally as well. Let me just mask it out, rectangle. So Graham, what we're building is, I get asked a lot from companies, they want to work with content creators for them to create content on, say, a product hunt launch or open source project or whatever it is. And they work with me, but they also want to work with other people, especially micro influencers, let's say, who people have smaller numbers. So I thought this project, people could list the platforms that they're on. I'll give you a demo in a second. And I think it's got their more private information in there. That's fine. So yeah, could list what platforms they're on and how much they charge, and then people could contact them directly. Let me just drop this image in here. There we go. And I'm going to take the generated URL from here and then put it in the README. Okay, close. And here I can put the image in here, I think. Yes, so we can go linked in OAuth settings. I can make it collapsible, I think, because it's going to be a massive image. So we could do details and then I think it's summary. Is that correct? Just look at my own Markdown course to find out. Summary. Linked in OAuth details. I think that's it. And then can go details. I think that should work. Okay, let's push it up and find out. Git commit. We'll say docs, and we will say, and I'm not doing this via pull request before anyone shoots me down. So we will say environment variables num20. Let's see how that looks. Git push main. We need to protect the main branch soon, but just to move fast on the live stream, I will push the main. Let's see how that looks on the README. Oh, yeah, it is brilliant. So you that doesn't look good. Oh, you can't use Markdown, obviously, within HTML. Eddie, let's have a look. Let me just fix this. Graham, I promise we'll give you a demo in a second of the little app we have so far. I need to copy that as it is. Right, let me fix that. Okay, here we go. Save that. Right, commit, fix, broken docs image. Here we go. How's the time looking, by the way? Oh, we're going for an hour. Time goes fast when you're having fun. Okay, let's have a look. Open that. Yay, the image is there. People can see it. My private stuff is hidden. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully that helps people. I'm sure it can be improved further. How many stars do we have? 0 stars. You're all mean. That's just mean. Okay, here's the repo. Let me read the chat, and then I'll give a demo to Graham. I'll have an issue waiting for me. Okay, cool. Waiting for a mentee, so many more open. Cool. Sounds interesting. Not sure showing the price as means price by word count, type, etc. Just what people would charge, I suppose, from. Like, it depends, obviously. If it's a thread, it's going to take more work, or a blog post or something like that. People requesting a price they're paying for. No, I want it really transparent. Like, all my pricing is transparent. So, oh, the alt text is nonsense, is it? There is no alt text. Let me delete this, actually. There's another fix I need to put in. Don't need that. Oh, the alt text is nonsense. Yes, it is. Eddie. Good spot. I fixed it a bit, just not all the way. LinkedIn off screenshot of settings. Extra green square for me. Alt tag for LinkedIn. LinkedIn off. Okay. Okay, so there was an issue raised, and we're going to give a demo to missing application logo in README. Okay, provide an overview of pricing category in the category. This would give you both companies to compare different offerings. Provide an overview of pricing in category. Can you explain a bit more what you mean by that? I'm not sure I quite follow. While maybe you, if you could edit this and add a little bit more information or any examples, that would be great. I'll give Graham a demo. So thanks, Rajnesh. I mean, if I want to post a job, I post the amount I'm paying. That seems better as people actively say what they want to work on. Yes, so that's the flip side. So you're absolutely right. Let me give you a demo, and then we'll come back to what you just said. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay, so let me show you what we've got. So ignore the information that's being displayed. It's just a template from... I was just learning the latest NextJS and Prisma and Postgres and stuff. So this is just really, really rough. So here it would show the platforms that I use. It would show a bit of an amount. So we get a list of users. But then you find the user you want with the niche and topics or whatever it is. And you could search as well. So you click on it, it goes to their profile. Again, contact doesn't work, anything like that. And it would list their platforms. So I'll explain in a minute what starter, established, and leader means. But then I think we'll swap the URL and the name around. So again, just take it all with a massive handful of salt. It's very, very rough. And ignore online. It's just from the template. I need to change the information on there. So this would show like Twitter, Eddie charges 550. Again, I've just made this up. These are just random numbers. And then to edit that, what I've done as well, I started off with the profile. So you can choose your username. I need to actually update this because that's actually not correct. Website and bio, all this is from the template, so it doesn't actually do anything. I want to put markdown in here, I think, as well. There's an issue for that, so if anyone wants to do that. And then you've got your links. And so here you can add a new link. We've only got 3 platforms at the moment. People can add some more. And then you can edit it. So here I can go back to Twitter and I can go 445, for example, and hit save. So that's still that works. I was doing that whole CRUD thing. There's no delete, but the whole, create an update. That's what we've got so far. But the idea is to list, so people can put themselves on here and say, for a tweet, I charge X amount. And for YouTube, I charge this. It might be YouTube live stream, it might be YouTube video. So it might be have some subcategories in this, or we could put the word from, and then companies can contact them. But I think what you mentioned in the chat, Graham, is that the companies can post. And I think that's an important aspect too, where they would log in, which is where I think LinkedIn as an OAuth is better than GitHub, because a marketing person for a company would log in and say, post a role that we've got a product hunt coming up, and we want content creators between 10,000 and 100,000 followers, and we've got budget between $200 and $500 per person. Contact us if you want to create content on this. So you're right, there is the flip side, and I think that's how I'll get maybe more of the SaaS, maybe for the company to post a rollout. They can search for people, and that's all free. And it's free for the content creator, but maybe for the company to post a mini project of content creation, they charge for that. Again, I don't know, I've got 3-4 weeks to build something, and I'm really keen just to try the whole beginning to end, and I'm using lots of all new technology for this as well. So hopefully I understood your question right, Graham. Let me know if I did or didn't, but that's the idea. Hey Anushka, how you doing? The reason why I suggest prices to be on the buyer is that you can take a commission far more easily. They post at 400, you take 20%, and then the price shows to create a 320. I didn't even think about that. See, Graham always has lots of good ideas, but I'm not sure if I want to take a commission, because then I have to hide the information. Otherwise, they could go to that person's LinkedIn and contact them directly and do it all off the platform. So I would have to then, I don't know if I want to do that. I want to kind of keep it simple if possible. I wasn't going to get the creator to be paid through the platform. I was going to, they could just, more of a directory, I think. Again, because time's not on my side. So I was going to kind of get the company and the person to connect on whatever platform they want to chat on, like this contact. It'd probably be an email address, because I've got the email because I've logged in with LinkedIn. So if you go on the homepage, you can see my email there. So that button could be, contact them via email. Or I could have a little messaging system, like mini email on the platform as well, potentially. But your way would make more money. That's not my goal. I'd like to make some, just to prove that a SaaS can be built in a month, I suppose, and make some money. But to I don't know. That's my thinking. It needs a lot more thought, as you can tell. But I love the ideas. Do you consider non-monetary prizes, like do you do a post but get cloud credits or something in return? Yeah, that's a really interesting one as well. So, for example, if a hosting company said, hey, if you create content on this, you can get $500 worth of credit. That's really interesting, because that could help a lot of people. Like if one company said to me, hey, look, we haven't got budget, but if you did a tweet, we'll give you $1,000 worth of credit for a year, or 500 or whatever. That could be really useful. Could you raise an issue for that, Carl? I think that's a super interesting one. But that I think would be more on the part that Graham's talking about, which is when they post a project. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but then they post like a content creation project. Instead of saying budget of $500, they might say, we've got cloud for our cloud platform. If they're a hosting provider, just use that as an example. We've got $500 worth of credit. So yeah, raise an issue or even maybe a discussion. I think that's an interesting one. And I think that would be on the other side, on the company side, if I've understood correctly. Thanks for editing, appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't think about, I think commission's a lot more work, and because this is more of like a micro SaaS, let's say. I don't think so. I mean, I'm really happy I want the community to make money. I mean, if I was to charge for the company to post like what I'm calling a project, it would be like really cheap, like $10 or something. Again, this is not a project to make me rich, if that makes sense. It's more of a project just to prove the beginning to end and build a SaaS within a month. So that's more my idea. So if it only makes, I don't know, $20 a month, I'm happy, but it's proving that it can make money. I think that's the idea. Not at all. You could be a mediator. So if there's a dispute on quality, you're the one who can help smooth it out. I think that's too much time, which I don't have. I want to be coding. I want to code more than less, I suppose. But true, it would justify it. But I don't think I want to get in the middle of that. I think they can deal with it themselves. Because I think there's too many, people usually disagree, there's miscommunication. So yeah, I definitely don't want to be in the middle of that. That's why I think free for content creators and for companies to post something. It costs them whatever, $10 a month to post something. That's my idea. But there's lots of room for like improvements and thoughts. I think agreeing on what they actually exchange, be it money or credits, is the negotiation part of things that happens after they connected with the platform, so it's out of scope of the product. Yeah, I think simple as possible. I think like with BioDrop, I was adding milestones, maps, events, and this BioDrop was supposed to try and be this all-encompassing platform, and I just think it might have lost its way a bit and became a bit of a big beast of a project. So I want to try and keep it small and lightweight, if that makes sense. So that's my idea. One last reason to do company first. Okay, so they can post. Okay, interesting. Okay, yes, good point. Is that means the company only needs to post once instead of looking through to find what they like. If they have to do that, why use your platform? Because this platform will be in one place, it will find content creators that want to get paid for their content, because some don't. They have no way of invoicing, or they're not set up to do taxes in that way. So I have recommended some content creators and they've just said no, not because the money wasn't good. They said, oh wow, the money's great, but they're not set up to do their taxes in that way, so they don't want to ever get paid for their content at the moment. It might change in the future. But just to throw it back at you, because I think it's a good point, I think I need to do them in parallel, or maybe I think the content creators a bit before than the company, is that the company won't post on there if there's no creators on there, because they want the traffic. I was going to do that job board. The reason why we didn't do the job board is because when we did some research, which was really important, which I didn't do with BioDrop, when we did some research on the job board, a lot of companies said, we like the idea, we like what you're doing, and thanks Graham for having calls with me on that and bouncing ideas and so forth. They said, but how can we prove people are going to go to the platform? So this is why I was thinking, if I can say, hey, we've got 10,000 creators, or maybe not 10,000, 1,000 creators on the platform who want to get paid for their content, ranging from 500 followers to 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, then they're going to want to have a look, and they're going to want to post a project, not role, project. So that's my thinking. Unfortunately, you've got that whole chicken and egg situation, and I think this one, I think you need a bit of traffic first, is what I'm thinking. So that's my thoughts. The creators will come if they want work. They will also like the control of applying for things they're interested in, rather than companies reaching out. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's chicken and egg, I think. But we can try and do both together, I suppose. Keep it simple and do both together. Oh, we need an issue for this, by the way. I don't know if someone wants to raise an issue. And there were some other issues that are updated. Here we go. Provide an overview of pricing category. This should make it easier for both creators and companies to compare different offerings. For example, category software engineer, YouTube, 200 to 1,000, average 700. Great game, 1, Twit. Okay, I see what you mean. To do an average, I suppose. I could maybe even do a really interesting thought that if we could link to the API of LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, then we could get people's exact numbers. So if, for example, on here, on YouTube, it says established. I can't remember what that category was, but let's just say between 100,000 and 200,000. Then we could come up with some stuff like this. We could say platform YouTube, average, or category. Yeah, so platform YouTube, category 100,000 to 200,000, average price or minimum maximum price range for that is this. So therefore people can get an idea of what to put their pricing at. I really, really like that. That's a really good idea. I don't know if I've understood it correctly, but you've definitely given me an idea with that. I think that's brilliant. So thank you so much. I had a couple more issues get raised. Missing application logo and README. Okay, cool. It isn't you know loads of creators and big name creators at that. Just reach out to them. That's your initial stock. Yeah, true. I will try. It's funny how a lot of big creators don't support other big creators, unfortunately. Because I had that with Biodrop. People just wouldn't switch. Is there an import button from Linktree? There isn't. And they're like, oh, I'm not going to switch. Can't bother. It's going to take me 20 minutes to set it up. So yeah, I could reach out to them. I think for them to set it up, they probably won't do it until it's got more traction. So it's that, again, whole chicken and egg thing, unfortunately. But we'll see. Hopefully some will support and then we'll see it grow from there. Oh, that was the idea. Okay, perfect. Glad we're on the same page. It isn't a chicken and an egg. It isn't a chicken and egg? Why not? I've mentioned chicken and egg a lot of times today. Kind of getting hungry. Yeah, so I can raise a good first issue for this one if you want. If no one else wants a green square. Bug. Update footer. Currently change to, I don't know what it would be. 2020. I hate the date. 2024. It doesn't really matter. Eddie help. Something like that. I don't know. It's bug and it's a good first issue. Cool. Okay, so hour and 15 minutes. Or what next? So we've got the README. We're going for quite a while, but I don't know. What do you think of the idea so far? Again, I need to put something in the side, but yeah, I suppose I could do when someone logs in. I suppose the question is, when someone logs in with LinkedIn, how do we ask them and then identify if they're coming on as a creator or if they're coming on as a company? Could they be both? Could they work for a company and they might post something, but they also might want their own profile? So really, profiles might want both. So maybe in the profile setting, we need to somehow not enable, disable, but maybe have a toggle. I don't know, because they might not want to, or a checkbox. I could maybe reuse some of these checkboxes. So this could read account type, and it could say something like company, and then it could be content creator, and they could tick one or the other or both. And then that way they could appear. So on the home page, only content creators appear. And then maybe there'll be a company page, and there'll be a page for projects. I don't know if projects is the right word. Yeah, they could be both. Exactly. That's what I was thinking as I was talking through it. My mind was going. I was like, one or the other. No, they could be both. Exactly. I've just done that. Okay, cool. If you get super base, Apparat, etc. on the platform and tell them that you'll find them talent they needed, the platform will grow naturally. You have to do some legwork early. Apprite said on the platform. Yeah, that's true. That's a possibility. I know Apprite we work with them, so I know they'll probably want to get on there. That's a good point. I like that idea. Idea has legs, but work out monetization first. I know, I always do that last. That was the problem with Biodrop. Absolutely, definitely. I never had a monetization plan. You can try bolt-on afterwards. Yeah, it didn't work. Oh yes, we would need your good point. We would need proof of account ownership. Yes, that's a great point. That makes it a little bit more work. Good point. Thank you, Sentinel. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, the monetization side I think would be, or it could be, for them to put, if they're a company, like they tick the company one that I was saying, they get an extra tab to, or maybe here or something, to post a project. Is that the right word? And then to post the project, to post a project, they would need to pay. I think that's the monetization idea. We'll work on that. What did I write? I had an issue for it. Update footer. Whose is better? We'll keep the one that's better. That's mine. Change footer, year and company name. Oh, yours is better. You've even given a line to the code. Okay, great. We'll close mine. And we'll leave yours open. Let me kick that. Here we go. Closing because duplicate. Close. Here we go. Cool. I did put a money idea. Maybe it's more of a discussion. Where is it? Payment with lemon squeezy. But what is the payment idea? So I don't know. The idea at the moment is maybe companies to post content creation project. I don't know, $100. They're companies, they got money. I don't know. Leave some comments in, let me know what you'll think. If it's just a learning project, then just build it. But if it's a business project, I would say take a step back and do some outreach to companies and see their needs. That will build your requirements. It's true. It's both, I think. I started off as a learning project and I was like, oh, actually, maybe I prefer learning and having something at the end that is maybe useful. I don't care if it doesn't make me money, I suppose. But I would like to think of it a little bit more of a business as well than I did with Biodrop. Again, as part of my learning. And if I get only 3 companies to sign up, then that's absolutely fine. But again, it's just to prove the idea. And I'm thinking of recording I'm dedicating probably 2 to 4 hours every day to work on this project for a month. And I'm thinking of recording 5 minutes every day of kind of like almost like a stand-up and then putting it all together in 5 minutes a day. If I cut it down to 2 minutes at the end though, times 30 days, that's like 60 minutes. No one's gonna watch an hour. So maybe I have to skip some boring days, but I'll record it and see. I don't know, just someone could like watch like the whole journey. Again, building a SaaS is a learning curve for me. Locally hosted, done. Nice, with LinkedIn OAuth. That's great. Awesome. I think this could be a decent earner. Superbase, for example, do 3 to 4 content storms a year, need 15. Yeah, and so do Apprite and so many others as well. So yeah, it could be something. It could be some legs, I think. I don't know if this is a decent payment model. I mean, a company would spend $100 at risk. It's not going to make or break them. So yeah. I think it's got some good ideas. I want to do a bit more coding though. So I am thinking hour and a half almost on the live stream, and all your feedback has been amazing. So I really appreciate that. And we've got some issues. It's good. No pull requests. We've got some issues. I do need some issue templates and I think I need to hide. There's going to be no packages. Well, there might be a package because we're going to Dockerize it. And there will be releases. We use GitHub Actions from Biodrop to create those. There's a lot to be done on this. I will be doing a live stream with Prisma next weekend. And if anyone else wants to join me on a live stream to talk about tech stuff or the practical side or even Discord community call, let us know. Always great to geek out with you all. You all have great ideas. So I got 2 stars. Thank you. Who are the 2 people that starred it? Graham, and I got to learn how to pronounce your name. You sent me a voice message. I'm going to try it afterwards. and to learn it, and I'll practice. So yeah, thank you both so much. I really appreciate you starring in the project. Hint, hint, hint. Everyone else, give it a star. Let's see. Made a small PR. Amazing, VJ. Thank you. I'm gonna go check it out now. Let's have a look. What have we got? Date, full year, Eddie Hub. Looks good. We need some GitHub actions and stuff to build the project. Looks good. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Any support and discussions, all appreciated. Fix footer data name. Perfect. And then we're going to get this deployed. Next weekend, the idea is to get this deployed. So I want to do a bit more work, like a bit more of the foundation over this week. So therefore, next weekend when we deploy it, people can actually log in and start using it. It might not have all the features we want, but there'll be some base features that we don't want to completely rewrite later on that cause it a bit of work. Oh, we did want to create some dummy data actually, seed some data, because I think it would be good rather than just seeing one person to see multiple people, and I obviously can't get multiple people to log in on my local. So I wanted to seed some data to see what it looks like when I start moving things around. DM to me on Twitter. Awesome. Look forward to it. But yeah, let us know if people want to geek out on maybe Discord community calls. I'm happy to share my screen while I work on this throughout the week. This week is a fairly quiet week client work-wise, so I will be at my computer more coding on this. And yeah, just share ideas publicly at Eddie Hub Discord. It's been great. I mean, I really enjoyed this live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. How many thumbs ups has the video got now? Hopefully it's got like 50, but we'll see. But thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I don't want to take too much time on the Sunday. And I really, really appreciate all the feedback you've given me in this live stream and also all the GitHub issues and discussions and DMs and stuff. So I look forward to chatting. And we'll chat in Eddie Hub Discord afterwards. And I'm happy to give you updates. But I will try and record a few minutes every day on the progress and try and stitch together a video at the end. 3 stars. Who was the 3rd star? Thank you, VJ. Appreciate it. Everyone, have a great Sunday. I'll chat to you in the Eddie Hub Discord. I will see you all there. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate it. 13 thumbs up. Okay, thank you for checking. I can't see it on StreamYard. But 13, not bad, not bad. Have a great afternoon too. Posted this live stream stuff on Twitter. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Bye.